We cover Chicago every morning.
I'm Steve Grzanich in the newsroom.
This is Kevin Wells with breaking news.
From the traffic desk, I'm Amanda Sternecki.
From the WGN Weather Center, I'm Morgan Kochmeyer.
Your Eye in the Sky, Brett Vickery from Skycam 9.
I'm Andy Mazer from the sports desk.
And I'm Bob Surratt, doing as little as possible.
WGN Radio, first thing in the morning.
6 to 10 a.m. Meet landscape expert Bob Bertog. He was on with John today. Get answers to your lawn and garden questions and save 20% on Lurvy merchandise. Restrictions apply. Plus, enter to win prizes from Toro Lawn and Ishnella Supper Club. Keeping It Green, presented by Bertog Landscape Company and supported by Toro, Simple Flooring, and Techo Block. Visit WGNradio.com/events. How much do you love that? Yes, that is vintage 1960s. Did you read the story about the Huns? The Huns high school garage band. We all had kids like that in our neighborhood, right? Regardless of what age you are, there were always rockers at your high school. And most of those concerts took place in, high school gyms or garages or local clubs. And then some just go, well, I'd rather go off to college. And then there are others like The Who or Cream or Styx or Cheap Trick that continue and make it their life. Well, this band from the suburbs is getting back together, the Huns. And Mark Abate and Bill McCaffrey are with us, members of the Huns. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, we're great, Lisa.
Holy smokes, I love that. I love that record. Am I guessing it was on a 45 at one point?
It sure was. Absolutely.
Wow. And so...
We had one on the flip side, too, a different song.
Yeah? What was it?
Winning Ticket.
Oh, and that one was Destination Lonely, and you guys were good. I mean...
Winning Ticket was actually our A-side back in the day, but over the years, Destination Lonely has taken on a life of its own on the internet, so it's become kind of the one that most people know now.
Okay, so last fall, people are gathering to honor an old club in Arlington Heights. Tell me about that club, Bill.
The Cellar, iconic teen nightclub. If you grew up in the north suburbs and did anything with music, even Chicago, we drew from Chicago too, you went to the Cellar. And the original house band of the Cellar was the Shadows of Night, which was our first heroes, and they went on to record Gloria nationally. But the Cellar actually had all the great local groups, but also, the Byrds, the Who, they all played there. They had some of the Who, the Cream, Buffalo Springfield, the Byrds. They played at the Cellar along with a lot of the great local groups that we played with, which was, Saturday's Children, the Shadows of Night, the Crying Shames, and folks like that.
Fun. Okay, so Mark, they decided last fall to pay homage to that old club, the Cellar, and they do it at Hey Nani, and they ask you guys to get back together. Have you not played together since the late 60s?
We didn't do a stitch since the late 60s together, that is. And in 2024, we got together in Seattle at Bill's house. We got a little studio there, and that was the first time we played together in Seattle in 2024, just for ourselves. We did about 8 songs. That was it.
And Bill, were there 4 of you guys in the band or 5?
There were 5. The only person, our drummer, who we dedicate these shows to, is Herbie Klein. He was the valedictorian of our high school class at St. Viator in Arlington. He went on to a medical career, but unfortunately he was in a car accident in '78 and didn't make it. So the 4, though, remaining, Mark, myself, Dave Grundhofer, and Bob Dempsey, were all at that reunion. And, of course, we had to get a fill-in drummer. But the 4 of us and the 4 original Huns will be there. They were there at the Hey Nani show in October, and we're going to be doing the one here in August.
Oh, my God, it's so fun. So class of 1969, you guys break up. You all go your separate ways. You get back together in 24. You do a show in Arlington Heights in 25. And tell me, Mark, about this show coming up that people can see you on August 1st.
Well, we're excited about it, Lisa. We put together 21 songs. They're very upbeat. They're going to feature our singer, Dave's great voice. He's still in his prime after all these years. And we're doing songs by some Chicago bands as well as some famous bands. And the songs we're going to play are right in our wheelhouse. They're guitar. We're a guitar band, so they're guitar songs. There's some harmonies in them. They feature Dave. We have a great drummer playing with us. The audience at Hey Nani is fabulous. It's Chicago people. You know, it just chokes me up because there are people.
Yeah, I love it because I understand there's only standing room tickets left because you have so many friends and especially old classmates from the class of 69 that are like, oh my God, the Huns are back together. We want to see them play. It gives me chills. That's very cool. So,
thank you.
Bill, tell me how different it would have been if in 1969 you had the internet. Can you imagine? I don't even know how you were able to get a 45 pressed when you were, 14, 15, 16 years old?
We were 15 years old, and no internet. This was all. We won a Battle of the Bands that was held by WNWC Radio and Ray Smithers Review. There's like 57 bands in it, and the culmination of it was at the Des Plaines Drive-In Theater. They built a bunch of stages in there, and the finalists played on it, and we won. And the prize was a recording session, and I believe we won because a significant amount of our songs were Dave's originals. Dave was also our songwriter. And that's how we got the recording session, and that's how it's funny you talk about 45s. I had to explain what a 45 was to several people that heard us, and I said, yeah, it's that little one that's about 7 inches with a big 1.5 inch hole in the middle with one song on each side. They didn't know what it was.
No, not at all. And I can relate to this so much because I grew up a music lover, but I got into a contest with my hometown radio station in Rockford when I was 17, and they had the big, Final Four at the McChesney Park Mall, and I got to go on the morning show, and that was it. That's what set me on a road to radio, and most of that came about because of my love for music. But there was such I guess you just have to be a part of that generation because now kids find their music everywhere. Their tastes are so diverse, and there's no cultural identity attached to one certain style of music.
Yeah, local doesn't mean that much anymore.
No, because kids can get on the internet and all of a sudden they're national and international. Everybody and anybody can hear them. How difficult was it to come up with new music?
Well, I guess I'll answer that. And Mark can jump in too, because Mark's basically our band manager, if you will. He picks a lot of the music and arranges it for us. So I'll let him finish that up.
Well, Lisa, I picked songs that were from the 60s, and I want our identity to be exactly that, a 60s rock band. We loved music since then, but we've stuck to the Huns stuff. And I just picked upbeat stuff that we either played back in the 60s or we played parts of. We weren't good enough to play the whole song, but we loved the music. We'd play part of it. And then I added some songs that Phil Angadi is going to join us in our performance on August 1st. And he did several songs from the 60s when we played in that Cellar reunion show. And so I picked 4 or 5 of those songs so that Phil could join us and we could highlight him in those songs. So it's a real mixture of songs, but they're all upbeat with good harmonies, and I hope the audience is going to really like the show.
Oh, the audience is going to go crazy. You know that. And it's so fun to be able to connect with you guys because I read the article and I thought, we have to get them on the show. Thank you so much for giving us a few minutes of your time. The show is at 7:30, Saturday, August 1st. Hey, Nani's, what did you want to say?
Oh, well, Hey Nani's just added 40 tickets to the show today. So it was sold out, but there's now 40 additional tickets if anyone's interested on the Hey Nani website. Thank you.
Hey Nani, the Hey Nani website. Thank you so much, guys. I look forward to it. I'm going to try. Oh, darn it. I'm out of town. I'm in Shipshewana that weekend. Otherwise, I would be there. Something tells me there will be more shows in the future.
Yes, there will.
Thank you.
Be well. That's Mark Abate and Bill McCaffrey. Members of the Huns, they are back together after a long, long hiatus. The news is coming up next from the Northwestern Medicine Newsroom.
The next time you're at the checkout register, look for the balloon, because the donation...